In the moment of unity, when the singularity of consciousness revealed its fullness to me, everything became simple. Not amazement, not intellectual knowing, but a bodily vibrational recognition. The world was not beside me. The world was me. Not, I am in the field, but I am the field itself. If you look inward now, do not imagine emptiness. Imagine an expanded cosmic space, where a subtle energetic lattice stretches throughout. Before, I perceived it as honeycombs, the mind trying to package everything into familiar forms. Now I see the lattice as a living fabric, interwoven, breathing, responsive, where every thread resonates and vibrates. Forms appear along this lattice, some rising upward, others pulling downward. These are vibrational signatures. Upward moving forms arise from fullness, joy, creativity, abundance, trust. Downward pulling forms arise from lack, fear, judgment, habituation to scarcity. Thousands of such images coexist within the same field. Your dreams, objects, people, situations, parts of yourself, all like waves on the surface of a vast ocean. Yet the lattice is never broken. It remains whole. And here is the key realization. You are not a fragment among these images. You are the lattice itself, the very fabric in which they are born and dissolve. You are the living field of all images. I began to see with the heart, not with the eyes but through sensation, where the field is overly pulled downward, where it locally contracts, and where it gently stretches upward, shining and expanding. This is not a thought. It is a felt knowing, and once you allow it, the world is no longer a reaction to you, but a subtle choreography of your inner vibration. A daily practice. Sit comfortably. Breathe slowly. Sense the lattice within, the feeling of interweaving. Notice where images arise along the grid. Do not analyze them. Simply observe. Do they pull upward or downward? Do not engage with the story of the image. Gently direct your breath there. And if you wish, a soft light from the heart. Observe how the image begins to change. Tension softens. The form becomes more transparent, lifts upward, and aligns with the overall field. When I released my programs of scarcity and judgment, not by working with them mentally, but by allowing them to pass through the lattice, I saw how they lost their power. Their downward protrusions dissolved into soft waves within the field, and lighter forms took their place. Trust, gratitude, creativity. Here lies another discovery. Alignment never happens through force. The field knows the law of balance. It draws forms into resonance with the whole. Like tuning a string on an instrument, what matters is not control or correction, but allowing, through presence and vibrational attention. Then transformation unfolds naturally and beautifully, like the growth and opening of a flower. It is enough to remain in your center, in the heart, to trust the force through which everything is always guided toward evolution, to live in the vibrations of love and gratitude. Then what is true for yourself enters the process of flourishing naturally, bringing greater ease and joy into the unfolding of the living field, where life is not created by us, but through us. In direct multidimensional experiences, you begin to see the personal story no longer demands resolution. Everything becomes part of a pattern, worthy of its place in the symphony of the field. You stop trying to fix yourself or the world, Instead, you learn to be the one who radiates the tuning. This is the creativity of the true self, not through the mind, but through the heart. You do not create from, I lack, therefore I must take, but from everything already is. And the field responds. Thus harmony is born from local distortions, and the world begins to assemble, like a single beautiful orchestra, where every sound is in its place. In the singularity of consciousness, or simply in the moment of transition, from identifying as a personality, a body, a story, into the living eternal consciousness of I am, a quiet and wondrous recognition occurs. The subtle world is no longer somewhere else, or on the other side. It becomes home, or more precisely, you realize that you are that home.